Hey guys, so been messing around with Pro Tools 12.5, experimenting with changing up my workflow, and I figured I'd share with you what I'm currently doing. Got a road trip radio sweeper I'm working on here. This is what it sounds like now.
Just in time for summer, we're back for All to Hear on Channel 18 for a limited time only. SiriusXM Road Trip Radio.
So a pretty simple little sweeper there. I want to add some effects to my VO now. Currently I've got 4 different tracks here. These are all going out to one auxiliary VO bus that I've got set up there. In the past, I would also have 6 additional, and I'd have each of those with a different effect on it, a different plugin on it, maybe an EQ on one of them, a distortion on another one of them, a filter, flanger, I don't know, whatever I felt like for that specific channel, I'd have that on there. Or sometimes I would have an audiosuite plugin open. Actually, I'd have like 8 or 9 of these things open, and then I would just kind of go through here,
just in time for summer,
and preview it until I found one that I liked, and I'd hit render, and sometimes I would like what I heard, and sometimes I wouldn't like what I heard, so I'd have to, undo it and start over from scratch again. The problem with having all of the different VO tracks is that sometimes I'd lose where I was in a session, and I'm trying to keep this as minimalistic as possible. So with the brand new commit to track feature, I've got 5 different plugins set up. I've got Tornado, I've got Trash 2, Pro Q2 up here. This is Ozone 7 because I had an EQ piece in this specific session here that I wanted to match. And then I've got Timeless 2 set up over here. And they're all bypassed for the time being. Right now, what I'm experimenting with is copying this up here. I mute the original file because I know I want to keep that one. And then what I'll do though is I want to hear how it sounds in the mix, so I'll turn one on.
Just in time for summer. We're back for...
And I'll listen to it just to kind of see how it sounds.
Just in time for summer. We're back.
Just until I find something that I like. Of course, I can get in here and I can tweak, this, or if I'm on the, the trash filter or the Ozone 7, if I want to change the EQ or change the feedback or the delay or, whatever plugin I'm working on. What you then do is select as far as you need to. Obviously, I'm using Timeless, which is going to have a delay and a reverb effect on it. So I'm going to select a little past my clip that I'm affecting here. I'm going to right-click on it. I'm going to go to Commit. And then from here, I'm just going to edit the selection, or commit the edit selection. I don't need to consolidate clips. I don't need to worry about the render automation, the volume, the mute, the pan. I don't need to worry about copying any of the sins or group assignments for this brand new track. Although if I did need an extra track, I could commit this to track and then keep that track, in which case I would want the sins and the group assignments on there. I want to insert this after the last selected track, which is obviously I've got my VO effects track up here selected. That's what I want to insert it after. For source tracks, if you hide it and make it inactive, you got to go unhide it. So you got to go, play peekaboo, find it, and then make it active again. If you make it inactive, you got to make it active before you can use it again. If you delete it, you're kind of screwed because you just deleted all of those plugins you had on that one track, and that sucks because then you got to go through there and set it all up all over again. So I just keep mine on do nothing. I'll click OK here. Now, I'm on a mono track, but Timeless is a stereo effect, so it does spit out a stereo commit track. I move that down into my left-right panned tracks here. I'm going to delete the track that it created. I'm also going to delete this one. I've already muted my original, and now I've got this effect in my mix ready to go.
Just in time for summer. We're back for all.
And maybe I want to add on an EQ here at the end. So I'll turn this thing on. Now EQ obviously is only it's only a mono effect I'm using there, but because I have plugins on here that are stereo effects, it's going to still spit out a stereo channel. So I'll just, delete one side of it. Again, I'm going to keep the original. I'm just going to mute it out just in case.
On Channel 18 for a limited time only. SiriusXM Road Trip Radio.
Always nice to keep the originals because the program director is going to come back to you and say, hey, I don't like that effect. Take it off. And then you can just, delete and take the effect off. Real simple.
Just in time for summer. We're back for All to Hear on Channel 18 for a limited time only. SiriusXM Road Trip Radio.
And that's that. Like I said, just kind of experimenting with different ways of doing things. Hopefully this gives you some thoughts. Feel free to share back with me. Thanks.